Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today I am on EOS Bitcoin pairing. Again, I'm focusing a little bit more now on Bitcoin pairings, just for the fact because Bitcoin dominant chart has been looking a little bit shaky and it's moving down towards our blue area. So yes, there are some opportunities that are popping up, especially on these altcoins, where I'm expecting that they're gonna go test some of these main areas, right? And yes, I did Litecoin the previous day, and I'm doing EOS today, you know, on a weekly time frame and daily, a little bit higher time frames this time around, because you can really see once Bitcoin is gonna start going more of the sideways, or it's gonna start going down, you will have a lot more opportunities on this to actually multiply your Bitcoin. So it's very important to be aware of those opportunities as well, right? It's not always USDT, although our main goal it is to make more USDT at the end of the day, right? But when it comes to Bitcoin, you can also multiply your Bitcoins in times like this when it's a little bit more weakish, and then next up run you even have more in your bags to begin with, right? So right now you can really see I wasn't very happy about EOS when it started to lose this area on the left side. It wasn't really the best lose to begin with, right? It wasn't really the best thing. And right now, what you're doing is you're starting to close back into this area. And you really see why this is important, right? I mean, because if you look in a weekly, we're going to have a chance of an early reversal here over possible long. Obviously, right now speaking, before we do something like this, it's still probably going to take you a week or two to do something on a weekly, right? Because essentially speaking, we want to go above this two candles on the left side, want to pump above them before we do play a retracement on a weekly, right? But after seeing such early reversal patterns or something like this, many things can be done on lower time frames as well. So now we remove everything from chart and we really zoom in. Wait, I'm just gonna make one line here that this is our really important area. Should be better if it's area, but now I'm gonna use line this time around. So now I'm gonna scooch down to like a hourly, or actually 4 hourly, to eliminate some of that noise on the chart. And you can really see where this early reversal pattern comes in. If you now divide the whole chart to the areas, right, we have multiple entries to begin with. Now one of the entries you might say it's still very good to take. It's a one down here, but I would have to disagree with that in this term case, because on the left side this trade wouldn't make sense anymore. We don't essentially want to go down there anymore. So what we have to do in this coin, we absolutely have to be a little bit more aggressive to begin with, right? And thus saying that, we need to be moving this area all the way to up here. Actually, let me readjust just a little bit. It is around here, and you can already see it's probably been tested a little bit already, but I'm still gonna leave it in here as a possible opportunity in case if it just dips a little bit lower, because you know Bitcoin is shaky at the moment, and right when I'm shooting this video Bitcoin is at like 32k. So you know, if it does drop underneath the area, this is definitely gonna weak for sure a little bit, probably fill us on our position, and you know, still make it a good one. So yes, our entry is at 7,930 satoshis, and you can see all of the prices on the right side of my screen. Now it's only important that we find a good stop loss, and a good stop loss in this sense, I'm gonna be placing it right under here. There's a very good reason for this, as I already said. If we look to the left side on this left side of the area, you don't really want to go underneath these two wicks, right? And if you zoom in right here, you have created a local structure. So what you don't want to do right now is not lose any of the levels of the local structure, because on bigger time frames you're already pretty weak, right? So now you want to at least keep positivity, or should I say at least keep the bullishness on the lower time frames for you to even have a chance to make a little bit of a difference on higher time frames. So that's why I do not want to go anything lower than this level, because we do want to keep bullishness on this pair. So for that, I'm going to be placing a stop loss here as my invalidation point, and I'm going to ignore this possible trade down here, because as I already stated, I don't want to go underneath the level, because that would some sort of confirm the bearishness, right? Now I know again I can get some of the big wicks, because we've seen big stuff like this which looks pretty weaky on higher time frames to begin with, right? I know we can get something like this and close back in. This is why I most of the time, or almost always use tab trader, right? I don't like to preset my stop losses on Binance, because you will get these weeks really regularly, right, that stop you out and then just continue on your position. So yeah, I do like to use tab trader. That just notifies me, gives me alert when the price comes close to my stop loss, and then I just execute it on myself. Now, after getting filled on this trade, our first profit take is going to be located right here, and you can still see it's still above under the current line that we really want to be achieving at, right? And that's a good reason for this, because this is a local structure, right? This is currently a very local structure. So before we conquer a big structure, we have to first conquer a local structure, right? So we have to make some differences when it comes to it on these small time frames first. So right now, speaking of which, the local structure, if we take the profit take on the main area on the local structure, we will then see that we are getting 2.3R, 11%, or 8,800 satoshis. So you can still see a very nice early profit take, even though we still haven't confirmed anything bullish yet on a higher time frames, right? But when it comes to a little bit to our interest, we're going to be capturing a lot of interest on the area up here. Now this is going to be one of our main TPs in this case, right? It's going to be area right here, because this is essentially the area we want to close above if we want to regain some of that bullishness to begin with, right? So now if you look at it, if I stretch it all the way to up here, and I'm going to take the bottom of the area in this case, because, you know, I'm just going to go a little bit over the top, over this left swing top that was created, that actually eventually then created this low that was being held in the first place after pumping up, right? We are then going to be seeing here 34%, 10,600 satoshis, or 6.9R. So you see a really amazing trade, and we still haven't really made any significant presence on a weekly time frame. So this is very important when you take these low time frame trades, that you then use those low time frame trades, and they can act as a builder for a main position that you're going to be opening on weekly. And now we go on weekly, right? Let's just analyze what are some of the points. Let's just pretend this trade right now played out and we have gained above this level left high. Now what would be some of the weekly profit takes that we will be looking at, right? So right off the bat, you know, you're seeing it, some of the main areas that you really want for your chart to test. And first of all, right on the bat, right, this one is one of the ones you will definitely want to be seeing. Or should I say, if you gain over to the left side, this is one of the ones you could probably expect at minimum, right? And if we are expecting an area like this, let's just say we get around here, let's just say we get filled around this line that we have, you can see an almost easy double up on your account to begin with, right? This is some really huge profit takes, and of course our stop loss is probably gonna be 15 to 20%, but again, a profit takes like this, which is only the first one that you're like minimally expect, are are pretty big, right, to begin with, and you can make a lot of good money with these trades. But you also gotta mind that these trades will take multiple weeks. So yes, obviously your BTC can fall in value during that time, but if your goal is to make more BTC, then these trades are golden, you know. Capturing moves like this is definitely what you want to be doing, and this is again a weekly. Let's just see how much this moved, right? Whoops, let me use the correct tool. And you can see this one moved for like 64% in, I think it was like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that. So you can see a pretty amazing move in just 6 weeks. You managed to make 50% on your Bitcoin holdings. So this is really why such plays are keys. And you know, once reversals are happening on such big plays, it's most likely, you know, a good one indeed, because you know these high time frames on crypto, they have really high strike ratio. So what I mean, they are like quite high on accuracy. So you're looking at like, you know, 70% plus trades or something, right? So it's really gold out there just in the making, right? So yeah, speaking of which, guys, please do subscribe to our channel, right? I mean, we do make these videos every day except on Sunday, giving you advices, you know, and do comment down below. I do tend to answer almost every comment, or I try to answer almost every comment, right, on recent videos. And also, guys, please join us at Free4C news channel, where we, you know, post this YouTube links, we post Bitcoin analysis almost daily, and you know, all of this good stuff that you really need when it comes to trading, and we just generally try to help you out on your path, right? So yes, thank you for watching, guys, and we will be seeing each other in the next one.